What's going on, everybody? This your man Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, let's get into a story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you take a look over here, we're going to be talking about these individuals right here. You have a woman by the name of Carla Faith, and you have another one by the name of Christina Swauger. I don't know how good y'all can see that letter, and I try myself to be creative by using gradient colors, but I don't think I did so well with that. But I can tell you what it says at the bottom. They are in trouble because they hid over 24 children behind a false wall in a daycare that Carla Faith was the owner of, and Christina Swauger was one of her employees. Now, as I did a little research of this story, I think there was 2 other people who got in trouble with this story. But for right now, Christina and Carla has been found guilty of child abuse. All right, so let's get right into this real quick. Let's see. Let's move them out the way real quick, and let's get into some of this article in action. All right. So as I dug a little deep into this situation. Oh, excuse me. Let me mute these damn things because they gonna make a whole lot of damn noise while I'm doing this. Hold on. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see right here, they say they go another person right there. I don't know what the lady name is, but I think it's in this article somewhere. But in 2019, this is what it says, and this is from People. And it says a Colorado daycare owner charged after allegedly hiding 26 kids behind a fake wall to avoid detection. Detection of what? I don't know. Carla Faith was charged with 2 counts of reckless child abuse without injury and 1 count of trying to influence a public servant. Oh, interesting. This was posted December 27, 2019. And it goes on to say that, let me put on my glasses. And it goes on to say that authorities in Colorado Springs, Colorado, received a complaint last November that a daycare was housing more children than its license allowed. When police arrived at the Playbound Place site on November 13, they searched the property according to court documents obtained by KKTV. They initially found no children at the daycare. Oh, that's what you was doing. Okay. You was hiding children behind the walls, so when folks come, they won't see no children. How about that? Officers say they found a pile of backpacks in the closet. The documents state that they asked the owner, Carla Faith, about the backpacks. She allegedly told them she had volunteered for a soccer team and was cleaning backpacks for them. But then authorities alleged they could hear the telltale signs of kids on the property. The owner refused to cooperate with officers, the Colorado Springs Police Department alleged in a press release. However, officers could hear the noises of the children coming from her home. During the investigation, officers found a false wall that led to the home's basement. The statement continues: while officers walked down the stairs, they located 2 adults and 26 kids inside a finished basement, all of whom were under the age of 3 years old. Officers immediately began working with DHS to release the children back to their parents. Wow. Police reports allege that many of the kids were sweating, visibly dehydrated. Some of them allegedly had wet or soiled diapers. After a 6-week investigation, authorities made 4 arrests. Faith, 58, was arrested on Monday and charged with 2 counts of reckless child abuse without injury and 1 count of trying to influence a public servant. 3 of her employees, Caitlin Nelson, 31, Christina Swauger, 35, and Valerie Fresquez, 24, were also arrested on charges relating to the discovery. Wow. How about that? I ain't gonna read that whole not the whole thing today, 'cause that was back in 2019. But however, let's get into the real deal, and let's have a listen of what's going on with the arrest of at least two of them, or the two that got found guilty.
Thank you. A former local daycare owner and one of her employees found guilty today on 26 child abuse charges. It all stemmed from an incident in November 2019. Officers say they discovered more than 24 children hidden behind a fake wall in a basement of Play Mountain Place in Colorado Springs. Colette Bordelon was in the courtroom.
Some people were saying, hey, we can sleep better at night now.
For the parents of 26 children who were at Play Mountain Place on November 13th, 2019.
No one wants to see their child in danger.
The trial of Carla Faith and her former employee, Christina Swauger, was hard to sit through.
It's reliving it all over again.
A jury found Faith and Swauger guilty of more than 24 child abuse charges after kids at the daycare were discovered hidden behind a fake wall in the basement. It was many more kids than the facility was allowed to take care of.
It's going to take help for our kids, especially to move on after the trauma that they've gone through.
Faith whispered to a teary-eyed Swauger in court that it would be okay as the two were taken away in handcuffs.
The wheels of justice turn and maybe miss the mark. And in this one, I think that we all are very happy with the outcome.
For the misdemeanor child abuse charges, they face anywhere from 3 to 12 months in jail. Both were also found guilty of attempting to influence a public servant. That carries the possibility of 2 to 6 years in prison.
We prosecuted them for the crimes that they committed, and we were happy that the jury saw it the same way as we did.
Faith, also guilty of running an unlicensed child care facility. That only gets up to a $500 fine.
Wow.
The two will be sentenced in October. Always watching out for you, Colorado Springs. Colette Bordelon, News 5.
Another defendant in this case, Caitlin Nelson, faced the same child abuse charges. She also had a felony charge for meth found in her bag at the daycare. Tonight, she has a no bond warrant for her arrest.
It just seems it gets no better, get worse and worse. Now you had a meth head. And you know what? I shouldn't have seen it. I should have seen that, because I want you to take a look at something. Take a look at something. And there go Caitlin right there at the end. I don't know if she's Latino, she black. I don't know what she is right there, but that's her right there. That is her right there, Caitlin. Jesus Christ. They found meth. It doesn't get any better. This stuff get worse. I mean, again, these are places, and when I looked this place up before I did this video, and it looked like it was getting reviewed from people, where people was actually saying that my kids are like they was well taken care of, when we came and got them, but I'm just gonna assume that these individuals didn't know that they was doing that at the time, because they probably was doing their fuck shit. During the whole time they was supposed to be keeping the children, but it was time to pick the children up, what I'm saying? They got them all cleaned up and things like that, so well, wow, though, over 24 children, you had them behind a false wall. Wow, for what purpose? And if you look at that house, like you look at these movies that we watch nowadays, they look like one of them houses you see in the movie. They got some real scary shit going on in the inside, which in actually, I tell you, that is some scary shit. I can only imagine if I had a child and I find out these women, these assholes was doing this to my child, locking them up behind a false wall because you're too lazy to do your damn job. And you taking my money, but you're not doing your job and taking care of my child. I can imagine how I feel. And as always, probably want to put some foot up somebody's ass. Fuck the police. Know what I'm saying? Put them women behind them false walls with the parents. Let the parents just whoop the holy hell out of them behind their closed wall. Like they said, doing to others as you had them do unto you. Hey, they abused and used your children. You should abuse and put your foot up in their ass for what they did to your child. This is fucking sad. This is fucking ridiculous. And again, no matter where we going with the children now, family babysitters, daycare babysitters, after hour programs, everything, these kids are not standing a chance, all right? These kids are not standing a chance. But you know what? Had a couple of people come on one of my past videos. That woman named Juliana Castillo, whatever her name is, the one that got up and talked about how she killed her children but tried to blame the dad for it. Had somebody come to me in my comment section yesterday on that video talking about how ignorant I am because how I'm giving the news to that story. So that's two people who came on that video was upset at me because of the commentary that I gave about the woman and what she did, but they ain't gonna say you don't know the whole story. What all do you need to know when you got a person who sit up here confessing to the shit that they doing to people? What other facts do you need to know? All right? And I almost said something out the way to the last person who came over there, but I kept that to myself because I didn't want anybody to feel like they don't want the racial way. But however, I have to say this though. I mean, I will say this, and I have to say this. Them two women who came on there in defense of their woman who killed her children and tried to put it on the dad. And I guess they claiming that they subbed to me or whatnot. Why is it when I talk about the women of my culture, you never jump out and say nothing? But when I give my commentary on how much of an asshole and a bad person's woman is, they killed her children and try to blame it on somebody else. Now you want to come out the bush and say how wrong I am for saying that, or I'm ignorant for saying the stuff that I'm saying. And I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. But if you a sub to me, then you know how I speak. And you know my mouth can't get foul while I speak on a lot of these stories. So what changed right there? What made that woman so different when I talked about her? And this Liliana Castillo, where the hell her name is, you know, it's on my old YouTube channel. Just go down the timeline. You'll see who I'm talking about. All right? But still, but back to this though. At a daycare, still getting fucked around. Because these people, and they look like someone was black. Paying their hard-earned money for just pieces of shit. Just watch them. And do this fuck shit to your children. So, it's going to have to come down to this now. If there is a two-parent home, maybe it's time that y'all just keep y'all children home. And let one who want to work come home, watch your children, then the other one goes to work, and while the other one watch the children, something like that. It's probably going to end up coming down to that. Because can't nobody raise your children like you. You know how you want your children to be raised. You know what you allowed around them, and you know what you don't allow around them. Because those are your children. Positive parents, may I add. They got to be positive parents. Not somebody who just want to go out and party hardy all night. I mean, parents that actually want to be there because of the fuck shit that's going on in society with their children. Go to work. One come home. The other one go to work. Come home. The way I look at it, you know, I think it should be more safe. But then maybe you want to ask about, well, what about the quality time? You know what I'm saying? We want to have time to speak with each other. Well, I guess you had a weekend, I guess. I don't know. You know, I mean, it's just me trying to think outside the box. But then again, guys, hey, I didn't got no kids. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Just do something, you know. Because it's crazy. This is crazy. I think I got a little bit more to talk about this if I'm not mistaken. Let me see what else I got about this. But that is sad. And they back there sweaty and pissy and God knows what else, you know. Let me see here. And then gonna look at the other one top, it's gonna be okay. Really? Really? Okay, guys, I think this pretty much is saying the same thing of what we just heard. So I don't think I just need to repeat this. It's pretty much saying the same thing, and y'all get the gist of what's going on. Yeah, we get the gist of what's going on. So I know how to repeat it. So this is what it is. These two assholes have been found guilty for putting children behind a goddamn wall, and then had a meth head. They had a meth head working with them as well. But hey, I guess I'm wrong for saying that too, you know, because like one of them said, yeah, your hatred for women, really, and it's mostly women who listen to me when I do these stories. Yeah, I got a whole lot of hate for women, but again, a lot of you get upset with my choice of words. You get upset with my choice of words, with the way I cuss and this, that, and the third, more than you get upset than what these people are actually doing, not only to my children of the world, well, of this generation. I'm saying my because we are the world, you know, my generation of children and your generation of children. But I have to be political correct when I do these stories to ease a lot of y'all feelings. But I'm gonna say this, you know, fuck that. I'm gonna express myself how I want to express it. Somebody should be outraged. Somebody should be angry. And if nobody else is, I am. And we need to stop having this selective outrage. All right? Because you're going to get outraged for one. Be outraged for all. Let me say it again. If you're going to be outraged for one, be outraged for all. Because all children are innocent. Amen. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Thank y'all for listening. As always, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Peace.